If you're tired of these damn wedding hangovers and you're probably thinking to yourself, there has got to be an easier or maybe even better way to make consistent income in my business, then I have the answer for you. It's hotel partnerships. And today we are going to talk about the pros and the cons of being a wedding florist or a hotel florist. Hey flower friend, my name is Franceska, founder of the Hotel Florist, and I help florists create consistent income through luxury hospitality partnerships so they can stop relying on weddings. In this video, I'm going to be giving you the pros and cons between being a wedding florist and being a hotel florist. I personally have been both. I've been both a wedding florist and a hotel florist. And now it is my full-time job to teach other florists just like you on how to make consistent income by working with hotels. By the end of this video, you're going to know the exact steps that I teach my clients when they are struggling making consistent income in their floral design business. So the first thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about time. Time is such a valuable currency, and it's the one resource that we cannot make more of. Like, I can't go to the bank and buy more time. I can't go to my closet and get more time out of my closet. Like, time is what I have today. I only have this moment. I don't have what happened. I don't have what will happen. I have this moment. So when we prioritize our time, we start to get really, really specific on how we want to spend it. A lot of us are focused on the money, but you can always make more money. Even if you lost all your money, you could still make more money. Whereas with time, you can't do that. So as a wedding florist, let's go through the days of the week. What does that look like? Well, on Wednesday, you are receiving the flowers for your wedding on Saturday, okay? So all the flowers come in, you're conditioning them, you're preparing them, you're putting them in the cooler. And even though you have on your agenda, oh, I'm just gonna, condition some flowers, it's gonna take some time. I mean, you're gonna take maybe an hour, 2, 3. If you have a team come in and help you condition, those flowers are being conditioned. Then you have Thursday where you're prepping and you're designing. Friday, you're finishing prepping and designing. Saturday, you're installing for this wedding. And then on Sunday, you're going in and breaking down or getting all the items back to the studio, and you're cleaning all the wax out of the glass vases and resetting the studio for the next week. So now it's Monday. Whew. But we don't have time for a break as a wedding florist. No, absolutely not. You've got emails that you need to respond to. You've got orders you need to start placing. Tuesday is a bunch of admin stuff where you're literally just trying to get caught up on your life. And guess what? It's Wednesday again, and you're starting the whole cycle all over again. So there's a reason why it's called wedding hangover. And there's a reason why there is an insane burnout rate in the floral wedding industry, because we are going nonstop. And we need this busy badge of honor. So the more weddings we have, the more successful we seem, but it is killing our health. Now, when it comes to hotels, this is what you can expect your week to look like. Well, on Tuesday, you have the flowers delivered to the hotel, or they can be delivered to your studio. I'm gonna go with the way I do it. So they got delivered to the hotel. I walked in, flowers were there, opened boxes, placed flowers in vases, cruised through hotel, took old flowers off the shelf, put new flowers back on the shelf, threw out all the old stuff, cleaned up the vases, popped them back on the shelf. And with 4 to 6 hours, I could do a hotel by myself if I wanted to. And then I guess I could go back to the studio and I could order the design for the next week. So then Wednesday happens, then Thursday happens, Friday happens. Oh, well, maybe we should go check on these flowers at the hotel and make sure everything looks good. Knowing that I put in flowers that are going to last a week, I'm really not worried about it. But then again, I can't control the crazy people that walk through the hotel and all of a sudden they're like, oh, is this a real flower? And then they yank it out when it's a brand new gorgeous orchid. So anyway, we have to factor in the people factor. So we walk the property on Friday. Maybe it takes an hour. We're walking stairs, we're getting our exercise in, and then Saturday comes, Sunday comes, Monday comes, Tuesday, oh, we're back in the hotel. So literally it's one day, maybe 2 days a week, when it comes to how much time you're spending as a wedding florist versus a hotel florist. And don't take it from me. One of my clients recently told me, even after I did my install at the hotel yesterday, I had time to go for a run. Becoming a hotel florist has really changed my life. My quality is better, I sleep better, and I'm nicer to my husband. So let's give it up for Catherine, who is a hotel florist profit method student, and who is really valuing her time now that she's no longer a wedding florist and she's actually a hotel florist. Okay, the second thing that I want to talk about when it comes to the pros and cons of being a wedding florist versus a hotel florist is all about that money freedom. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's look at the ways that we need to secure income as a wedding florist versus a hotel florist. So as a wedding florist, we have this thing I like to call we chase brides. That's how we make money. We go and get brides. So whether we're doing open houses, we're doing styled shoots, we're putting stuff on Instagram, we're trying to talk to brides, we're trying to have the most beautiful proposals, the most whimsical photos, we're constantly thinking we need new branding. We are chasing brides to make money. And there is nothing freeing about chasing anything versus landing clients, landing corporate luxury hospitality clients. The difference with being a wedding florist versus a hotel florist is as a wedding florist, you're constantly chasing brides. You're constantly looking for new inventory, new leads to come through. Whereas with a hotel florist, you kind of know who your clients can be. Like it's a limited set number. So like how many luxury hotels are in your city? What types of restaurants have fresh cut florals? What about spas? What about law firms? What about residential? What about real estate agents that need florals in their houses for open houses? Like the world is your oyster. Literally, there are so many different ways that you can work with luxury corporate clients, whether that's luxury retail, spas, country clubs, restaurants, hotels, etc. So there are a set number of clients that you can land. There's no more chasing, there's no more getting. It is literally it is becoming very focused on landing these clients. And the reason why this is so incredibly important is that when we are chasing brides, there is no consistent income. It is, I haven't had a wedding since November, or I've hit a dry spell and now I'm panicking and now I'll take whatever wedding I can get, versus landing corporate clients, signing annual contracts with them or 3-year contracts with them, negotiating the price up front, and knowing that on a certain day, every single month, money is dropping into your bank account. You know exactly what you need to do. You know how you need to order, you know how you need to staff, you know where you need to be, when you need to be there. Like it is consistent, it is solid. And I teach this inside my free masterclass, how to create consistent income without relying on weddings. And I give this analogy of building a house. So as a wedding florist, it feels very much like we are building a house out of straw. It's like each little effort we put into is like one little piece of straw. And so we build this house, and you can build it fast. You just need a lot of dried grass. You know, you just get your straw over here and you build this really quick, easy house. And then it takes something like the financial crash of 2008 to hit. It takes a global pandemic of 2020 to hit. It takes a recession to hit. And guess what happens to your straw house? Finito. It's finished. There's nothing to rely on. There's nothing stable there. Whereas if you're going after corporate clients and your goal is to land luxury corporate clients, you are building a brick house. Yes, it takes a little bit longer depending on how many people you have on your team. So you may be laying brick by brick, and by the time it takes you to build this straw house, you know, maybe you've laid a foundation. But here's the difference. It can withhold majority of the things that the straw house cannot. And let me be a testament to that. Even during a global pandemic, I was without a hotel account for 1 month. 1 month. And then they came back, and then we revised contracts. I had consistent income for all of 2020, all of 2021, all of 2022 because of my hotels. I did not have to go and find more clients. I did not have to run after and chase more brides. Like I had the client, I had built the house, and it had a solid foundation. And this is what I teach inside my free masterclass, how to create consistent income without relying on weddings. And if you're like, well, I've been building a straw house, I see it now. I really don't want to build this straw house. Like, I'm all about building a solid brick house. Then let me know in the comments below. Which one are you building? Which house do you want to have? A straw house or a brick house? So essentially, do you want to be continuing to chase brides and trying to create some sort of stability in your business? Or do you want to land luxury corporate clients and actually have consistent income in your floral business? All right, the third thing I want to say when it comes to being a wedding florist versus a hotel florist is something that I don't feel like a lot of people talk about, because I feel like a lot of people just follow a lot of trends. So you're here and I'm here because we're not trend followers, we're trend setters. And what I mean by that is when we are a wedding florist, majority of us just kind of get in line. We follow whatever's trending, what's on social media. I like to call them our Pinterest brides. They come in, they need to be educated, they have zero idea of how much things cost. They're just like, oh, hey, I saw this photo and I want to have this. Can you just duplicate it for me? Which I guess is great if you don't really care anything about your talent or your skill set or evolving as a florist. But the one thing that I love, really love about being a hotel florist is you have creative expression. You have the freedom to develop your talents, to expand your knowledge. And the reason why this is so important is like you were given this gift for a reason. You are essentially throwing it away by trying to duplicate someone else's genius just because your client has no idea what they want, or because you're too scared to actually step in and say, you know what, I think it would actually look better like this, or here's what I think, here's from my expert opinion. As a hotel florist, you don't have anyone breathing down your neck telling you, no, it can't be this color red, like it has to be this, it has to look like this, because they don't know. That's why they hired you. They hired someone to give them a floral solutions. They needed turnkey floral solutions, and that's what you're doing as a hotel florist. So you're able to be inspired by seasonality. You're able to be inspired by budget. I often say creativity comes from constraint. Like there can be so much fun and creative expression and the freedom to express your talents and your skill set as you grow, as you refine, as you evolve as a hospitality floral designer. That is the beauty that I don't really see many wedding florists having the chance to explore, because they're being too busy told on what to do in order to land a piece of business versus who to be as they're landing that business and as they're carrying that business out. So as hospitality floral designers, we are industry disruptors. This is a completely new industry. It's no longer just corporate floral design. This is hospitality. This is luxury hospitality floral design. And we're here to blaze a trail. We're not here to be like everybody else. We did not come here. We did not make it this far. This is not our mission to just get in line and follow trends. We are trend setters. And as I was recently telling one of my private clients, as she told me, I don't identify with the word florist. I feel like a floral artist. And I was like, this is beautiful. This is what you're meant to embody, because the beauty is that when we blaze our own trail and we have that freedom to truly create what it is that it's inside of us, that we know we're capable of, we just need that platform. We just need that extra set of eyes on us. We need to be seen for what it is that we can create for ourselves. Once we embody that and we own that, we have a staying power that is so solid it cannot be competed with, because it stands on its own as a trend setter. And so this staying power of you actually just tapping in and owning the creative expression that already lives inside of you is what is really going to take your business and consistent income to that next level. And the last thing I want to talk about that I think is really important when we are looking at pros and cons of a wedding florist versus a hotel florist is location freedom. A few years ago, when I was still a wedding florist, I realized that I had built a beautiful golden cage for myself. I relied on one city, I relied on one type of client, and I felt trapped. And as a Sagittarius, and as someone whose name literally means free one, who has been an expat not once but twice, that has been over to 50 different countries, I need freedom. Freedom of location is so incredibly important to me. So as a wedding florist, I am really tied down to one particular city or one particular location. And I'm tied down to like particular dates. I have to be there to deliver this wedding. And as we realized at the beginning of this video, it's not just that Saturday, it is that entire week before the wedding. And also, let's be real, it's the entire next week recovering from the wedding. So I really valued my location independence. And as a hotel florist, I didn't have that issue. Because being a hotel florist and really being an expert in luxury hospitality corporate clients, you have a scalable model. So you can be a hotel florist in multiple cities for multiple brands. You can build a business and a structure in a way that you can train a team to come in and support you. It is so much easier knowing that every single Tuesday for the next 52 weeks, this is where we go at 9 a.m. and you train your team and they have a list of brand standards and they have like an operations checklist and they go in and they do all that while you're wherever the heck you want to be in this world. You could be sipping a Mai Tai in Thailand for all I know. I don't even know if they serve Mai Tais in Thailand, but anyway, I want to be proof that this is possible. I started my business in Dubai. I moved to Houston, opened my second one. Then I went to Dallas, opened my third one. I was in-house at the Fairmont Dallas. In Houston, I worked with the JW Marriott. In Dubai, I was doing events at the Atlantis on the Palm. It is possible to have a business wherever you want and to be able to create a scalable platform for yourself that you can build a team around, and you can still have a life. Because while I still had 3 of those studios and I was working with my hospitality clients, I also had my husband in London and I was traveling back and forth. We were also traveling all the time. I still to this day have now created the Hotel Florist and live half my year in the US and half my year in Germany. So look at location freedom. As a wedding florist, I don't think that that's as accessible as being a hotel florist. So really dream big. Think about what life would feel like if you really could just envision the next level for yourself and then just freaking go for it. Because as a hotel florist, it's something that you can do across cities, states, countries, brands. It is a transferable skill that is literally gonna blow your socks off when you look at the opportunities that are available for you. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to learn more, I highly recommend my free masterclass, How to Create Consistent Income Without Relying on Weddings. This goes really in depth with the 3 huge mistakes that I was making in the beginning when I was building a profitable floral design business. I invite you to sign up for this free masterclass and you can find the link down below in the show notes. Don't forget, let me know down below, would you build a straw house or a brick house? And if you want to continue the conversation, go over to Instagram and follow me at The Hotel Florist. And as always, keep blooming.